Hey there, Start here. This is a bit of a last minute budget guide for a level 99 no mods clear. So, you know, I hadn't gotten around to it, and I was honestly not even planning to do it because it was, it's only a few days left in the event. But I know a lot of people kind of wait to the last minute to do these things. And I got a request from a subscriber on a previous video asking to do sort of a budget level 99 clear. So ask and you shall receive. So here it is. This is my sort of budgetized version of this fight at level 99. My previous no mods clear that I posted, I think was like a 4-turn clear. This one's obviously going to take longer, so I'm looking at like an 8 or 9-turn clear, just depending on how the fight goes, how variance goes, and whatnot. So it's going to be about twice as long. Shouldn't be as long as a rank 1 video though, so don't worry, no more hour-long videos here. So this is no mods clear, so I'm not even gonna mess with the mods. Here's the team, pretty budgetized. I just recently pulled a Dark Knight Dwayne, have him at EX1, so I was like, hey, this is a great opportunity to bust him out and see what he can do. Of course, I love bringing Esther and Sylvie along. I think Esther qualifies as a budget unit these days. It's sad to say, but she's a year and a half old at this point. So surely you have an Esther, maybe not an EX3. I don't think she has to be EX3 like mine is here. An EX2 would probably be just fine. But I love getting a chance to use my best bunny girl and her bestie Sylvie. My Sylvie is EX1, so just to prove you don't need an EX2 or EX3 Sylvie or anything. I do have Blue Mage Fina. She's going to be our light imbue and our fairy killer. For this fight, Beatrix is the go-to budget magic tank. Obviously, if you have a better magic tank, put that tank in that slot. But Beatrix does manage this just fine with the right elemental resists and whatnot. Kruznik is there because he is just the king of morale fill, and yeah, you just want to build up morale quickly in this fight, just so you can get the fight done a little bit quicker. He does also have Human Killer on his brace shifted LB, but an EX1 Kruznik probably won't get his LB up and running in time to use it, or at least not at the beginning. He can use it at the end if you need to sort of finish the fight. But if your Kruznik is EX2, then you can use that for an extra, or for a Human Killer for your party. And then, yeah, Kruznik, he's mainly here for morale fill and also just for general heals and just general support, keeping everybody alive. You could easily slot somebody better into Kruznik's slot, someone with like a better Human Killer. There are a lot of better options. This is just like, I figured this is a bare bones budget team. So let's talk about the gear real quick. There's not really too much to talk about here. I'm just dual wielding Kruznik with Sylvie's vision card so that he gets 350 morale per turn. That's pretty much it. Same thing in this form, nothing really going on, just dual wielding with Sylvie's vision card. Beatrix, this is her normal form. Okay, so you may be looking at the spirit stat thinking that's awful low, but I did build her in both forms. She's wearing Lightbreaker in this form, all right, which is Reagan's STMR for a higher a higher light and peril. It's not totally necessary, but it's nice to have. Obviously, if you have Lightbreaker, you probably have Reagan the Return, and he's not a bad unit to bring to this fight either, because he comes with light and perils, demon killers, and whatnot. So that's something to consider. But yeah, so her elemental resists are the big thing. So 280 ice, 210 light, 230 dark. That should make sure that she is fully covered. With Sylvie's buffs, we should be fully covered on all the elemental damage. All right, in her brave shift form, she is a fair bit bulkier, at least on the spirit stat. And yeah, so here's the gear we've got going on. You see it's a lot of elemental resist gear. Honor of Grand Shelt is great. great because it has ice and light resist on it. Fantastic. Smiling Goddess, this is that Addison Ray. I figured, you know, why not throw this in here? Everybody got a free one, so this is a free accessory with elemental resist on it. Kind of nice. Yeah, we've got Reclaim Serenity, Priestess Vengeance, Cool Beauty. These are all great because they all do ice, dark, and light resists. And then we've got Kresnik's card just because it adds some good TDH Spirit. And yeah, so her elemental resists in this form are 350 ice, 230 light, and 300 dark. So she is like well covered on the resists here. All right. Esther. So Esther, of course, has her STMR. Crystal Diadem is from the story, and it's nice because it has Demon and Fairy Killer on it, 50% each with a fairly high attack stat. It's not too bad. Cypher's Coat was from the Final Fantasy VII Vision World, and if you got it upgraded, it does come with 50% Human Killer, which is nice. Guy's Belt is also fantastic for the 75% Human Killer. And it's got, you know, decent attack stat, 45 stats. That's, of course, the 3-star guy who got the NVA Awakening. And then, yeah, Crescent Moon Charms just for high attack accessory. Put anything you want in there. Here are the killers that we use to get her all capped up. Man-Eater Scent, Spirit Scent, Spirit Killer Plus. And she does have her own vision card. Obviously, if yours is not EX3, just put the best vision card you have in the slot. She is maxed on everything, 300% Demon, Human, and Fairy Killer. Full LB damage, ready to rock and roll. We're not using her Bracious form at all, so don't worry about building it. Here is our Blue Mage Fina. Obsidian Bracer, just so we start off, make sure we have breaks, attack and mag breaks to start off the fight. And then just high spirit gear here in this form. Don't really care. This card you can now buy in the Perma VC shop. So like if you get a, when you awaken like a premium unit to EX1, instead of getting a vision card, you get the Perma VC shop coin. Take that coin in, you can now buy these. And these are fantastic for Clash of Wills because it does 4 morale every turn. Now you cannot dual cast this like I'm doing with Kresnik. It doesn't work the same as Sylvie's. So if you have her you know, dual wielding, it's not going to cast twice. It will always only cast once, but it's still 4 morale every turn. And now that these are free in the Perma VC shop, I would say go in and get, you know, if you don't have a Melissa, of course, go in and get, you know, 2, maybe 3 of these for your support units in Clash of Wills. Very, very nice. In her Brave Shift form, I thought about kind of gearing her for damage, but honestly, she's atrocious, so don't even bother. Like, seriously, don't bother. All right, Sylvie, basically the same build in both forms. She's always just sort of like this is just favorited gear, so she's always been sort of my evade provoke unit. It's not necessary here. It is nice to have a separate provoke unit, just so Beatrix will always cover the single target magic damage. And so having Sylvie as your provoke unit is definitely good. She does not have to be full evade though. That's, you know, that's unnecessary. But having her be a provoke unit is good. And yep, I think that is pretty much it. She's got her own vision card there. You could put Melissa's vision card in there if you wanted. For a little bit extra morale fill. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So Dwayne, so here's his build. He's got the Dark Ragnarok, and then Ultima Blade. That is what's his name? Noctis's. The old like 5-star Noctis's STMR, but it got the upgrades, and so it's quite nice if you upgrade it to +4. I'm not going to assume that you Moogled his STMR. Obviously his STMR would be better in either of those slots, but I'm not going to assume you are. You know, like I said, I'm trying to make this a budget video. He does have his TMR, of course. Blue Mage Dress is Blue Mage Fina's STMR, which is fantastic because it comes with 100% Fairy Killer. Very nice. Griever was also from the Final Fantasy 8. I think I said Final Fantasy 7 earlier, didn't I? I meant the Final Fantasy 8 Vision World that we just had. And this one is nice because it does... Oh, never mind. I thought this one had human killer in it. It's got machine killer. But it does do LB damage, so that finishes... Or that helps cap his LB damage. Warlord Leg Guards is there for the 100% TDW. That's Zenata's STMR. Dual Form to finish capping up his TDW. And then Demon Killer and Executioner Plus to finish off his killers. And then I gave him Chizuru's card just as like a budget vision card option there. And he is capped on Demon and Fairy, not human, but that's okay. We're not too concerned about that. All right, and yeah, I think that's it. That's it for the gear. So yeah, pretty budget team, pretty budget gear. Let's get this thing done, all right? All right, so let's go ahead and start off by imbuing everybody. Oh, I'm at triple. So we'll do triple. So, yeah, real quick, make sure you have crowned your Blue Mage Venus. She got those silver crowns not too long ago. It honestly only takes 2 crowns because this is the only ability you care about. And it upgrades this ability. If you have not crowned it, the killer, I believe, is much lower, and the the light amp is much lower. I think it's like 20 or 25% if you haven't upgraded it. So when you upgrade it, it goes up to 40%. The killer goes up to 160. The one thing that kind of sucks about this cooldown skill is that it's a 5-turn cooldown, but the effect is only 4 turns. You know, but it's okay. The way that Esther and Dwayne's rotations work out, it's actually fine. So it's perfectly fine that way. All right, so we'll do Crowning Veil. We'll do Rectification to remove the attack and mag buffs from the boss. And we will do Mighty Guard. Okay. Sylvie is just going to do Compassionate Night, Elemental Vines, Elemental Petals. We're not going to use Burgeoning Defense yet because we don't really need to. Because Beatrix basically has 85% general mitigation to herself on demand, so it's not really necessary. Kresnik's going to do Arcane Stimulant. All right. We'll do Cover and Saintly Protection. All right, Dwayne will do Blood Shield and double Power Ravage, or Power Ravage. However it's called, I don't know. Is it Power? That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Power Ravage. Sorry. Someone's gonna make fun of me for pronouncing it Ravage, right? I just know it. That's okay. I can take it. Now you may be noticing, well, that did like no damage. That's because we have not imperiled the boss yet. All right, and that's okay. We're going to shift Blue Mage Vina. Now she is a trance shift. Keep this in mind. All right, and we're just going to hit the boss with Lotus Light Assault. That does a 125% light imperil, and she'll just do that every turn until she comes back to normal. She'll come back to normal on the turn that her cooldown reawakens, or whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of perfect timing in that sense. All right, we're gonna come back. We're gonna do Paladin's Offense. We're gonna do Poached Demon on. We'll do it on. Yeah, we'll do it on Esther because she's got the bigger imperil. And then we'll do Clever Paladin Strike for the Sword Imperil for Dwayne. Okay. All right, we'll do Curaga for Beatrix to keep her going. Saintly Protection again. And then, yeah, we'll just do our LBs. Kresnik will just do another arcane stimulant. We're just trying to fill that morale up as quickly as possible. All right, and let's go. Okay, now the boss does still have defense and spirit buffs up, so again, it's not going to look like big damage yet. We will start doing some bigger bursts now that the defense and spirit buffs are wearing off. All right, so Dwayne and Esther work really well together here, so we're just going to triple power ravage, triple bolting or double bolting and calm before the storm. Sylvie is going to what is she going to do here? I think we want to try and get her LB up if we can. So I'm going to do double cheerful. Well, no, I'll just do... I'll tell you what. Here, we'll go ahead and do burgeoning defense now to get some more morale flowing. And elemental finds elemental petals. Okay. Yeah, we'll do cover. Oh, no, it's not meant cover and saintly protection. I'm basically casting saintly protection every turn, even though I know it lasts 2 turns. But still, like 2 turns, you never want that to go away. Like you never want to accidentally forget to do that. All right, Kresnik's just doing another arcane stimulant. Blue Mage Fina just does another Lotus Light Assault for the Imperil. All right, and these guys just chain it up. Okay, so we will almost certainly push the threshold on this turn, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We'll do Poach Demon on Esther again, and we'll do double Clever Paladin. All right, just to get LBs filled up. Okay. Actually, I'm not that concerned about her LB yet. So let's do Poach Demon and double Cheerful Paladin for morale fill. All right. So again, we're gonna do Kuraga, Saintly Protection. All right, Blue Mage Fiend just does Lotus Light Assault again. So Kresnik is out of his he's out of his trance. So do Medical Mastery, Medicinal Potion, and we'll do Medicinal Antioxidant maybe, or yeah, it doesn't really matter actually. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. All right, so we'll do another burst. Yeah, you see this one looks a lot better. There you go. It's still not huge, you know, we're still not like crushing it, right? Because this is a budget guide and this boss does have 3 billion HP. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. So we've passed the threshold. Boss put up undispellable defense and spirit buffs again. So here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna go ahead and use Dark Knight Dwayne's SLB on this turn. And Esther is just going to hit the boss. All right, do not use Calm Before the Storm. All right. Yeah, just make sure you don't do that. We'll do another, now we're gonna do Paladin's Defense for some Mirage, Clever Paladin Strike, and Clever and Cheerful for the morale fill. All right, we are going to, all right, cover Saintly. All right, Blue Mage Fiend just says Lotus Light Assault again. Kresnik just does these skills for morale fill. Okay, and that's all we're doing. Yep, that's all we really care about right now. So, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so our light imbue is worn off anyways, so it's like, you know, who cares? All right, so we're at full morale, which is great. So Dwayne will do arcane supplementation. This does like the huge buffs for the party. He'll then do blood shield and power ravage. Actually, you know what? Let's do no, never mind. That's fine. Yep. That's perfectly fine. All right, Esther will do Energizing Bunny, Bolting Slice, Calm Before the Storm. All right, Blue Mage Fina is now back in her normal form. All right, we're gonna save her imbue for next turn when we're actually gonna like do damage. All right, you see it's up and ready to go, but we're gonna wait, okay? But we do need to hit the boss with light, so make sure you don't forget to do one of these light damage skills. We do need to hit the boss with light. We'll do White Wind and Light of Repentance. Sure. Okay. What we're going to do here, we're going to do Poach Demon. We're going to do it on Dwayne this time because he'll have his boosted modifier on his LB, so his LB will be stronger than Esther's. So I'm going to do Poach Demon on him. We will do... what else are we going to do? We'll do Cheerful Paladin Strike and Clever Paladin Strike. Just to make sure we have the Sword in Peril going at all times. Okay, we're going to do... we're going to do Cover and Saintly Protection, and then next turn Beatrix is actually going to shift and do Lightbreaker. Okay, Kresnik, yeah, basically just doing all this stuff again. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, so this one should be a pretty healthy burst here. All right, at least I'm hoping so. We'll find out, right? All right, so now we'll do Crowning Veil for the Imbue and the Fairy Killers. We'll do another Mighty Guard, and we'll do another White Wind. All right, Beatrix is going to shift, do Lightbreaker. Sylvie does her Brave Shifted LB for the mod boosts and the buffs. And Kresnik just does what Kresnik does. There we go. All right, so this one should hurt. I don't know how deep we'll get on this one. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm hoping we do a pretty healthy chunk of damage here, though. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll definitely kill by turn 9. Shouldn't be a problem. And there you go. You see Beatrix can still handle the damage, no problem, in her normal form. Obviously, if you don't have Lightbreaker, you don't even have to worry about doing that. And it's not that, it's like, it's 5% more in peril, which really, it's not going to make or break this fight. Because, you know, Fina's already done a 125% light in peril. So, you know, Lightbreaker only gives you that extra 5%. So if you don't have it, don't sweat it. It's really not that big of a deal. Okay, actually, I'm going to do a Curaga and Saintly Protection. Okay, now Sylvie is going to come back. We need to re-up our resistances. Yeah. Okay. Blue Mage Fina. Yeah, she'll just do Mighty Guard this turn. All right, Kresnik handles everything else. Okay. Yep, that looks good. All right, and yeah, and then Esther and Dwayne just get ready for another burst. Just triple power ravage, and yeah, let's do the thing. Okay, so now we'll shift back. Yeah, you can do Paladin's offense, Clever Paladin, Poach Demon on Esther. All right, because Dwayne's modifier boost has worn off. All right, Kresnik could even shift. You know, if you're worried you're not going to kill on this turn, Kresnik can now shift and do his Brave Shifted LB. All right, which does the Human Killer. Although I don't think it actually triggers until next turn. So yeah, I mean, only do it if you think you're gonna, you know, have to do another burst turn next turn. But yeah, so that's the LB. I guess, you know what? I could have actually had Sylvie. I didn't think about that. I could have had Sylvie fill him up with her single target LB fill. Now that I think about it, because I think that Human Killer honestly lasts like forever, like until Kresnik dies. If it'll show it to me, come on. Like it just keeps doing it every turn. Yeah. So I probably should have done that. To be honest, I probably should have had Sylvie fill him up early on with her single target LB fill. That's something you can do. Right. As you can see, I didn't really need it. It's absolutely unnecessary to get this done in 9 turns cleanly. But maybe that would have sped things up. Who knows? But now you can see what this boss looks like, what the AI looks like out to 9 turns, and hopefully that'll help you get this thing cleared out easy peasy. All right, so let's kill this thing. Boom. All right, and that probably would have killed 1 billion. That would have killed from like 30% right there. The boss has 3 billion HP. We just did 1 billion, so that was, you know, we just knocked off 30% of its health right there, just to give you an idea. All right, so there you go. You know, a level 99, no mods clear, pretty budget team, budget gear. You see Esther and Dwayne are pretty even though Dwayne's only an EX1, he is keeping up with Esther. I think that's a sign of the times, a sign that Gumi needs to give Esther some love again, give her some silver crowns, give her some upgrades. Come on, make Bunny the best again. Come on. All right. Yep. So there we go. Hopefully that was helpful to you guys. If yeah, I finally got what I wanted. Tickets and lapis. That's all I wanted. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful to you guys. You know, if it was, let me know in the comments below. And good luck to you guys that are trying to finish this out in the last couple days. I hope you guys get what you need. Either you're, you know, level 99 clear, or if you're striving for a rank 1, best of luck to you. I hope you get it before the event ends. So thank you so much for following me, and I will see you on the other side.